Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Elite Stock Picks. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back and I'm ready to bring you a brand new ticker today. So, before we get into that, let's just go over a quick disclaimer. The content in this video is for informational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. All content presented in this video is the personal opinion of Elite Stock Picks. And please remember, there are always risks involved with any investing. And one of the risks involved of loss of assets. So please invest at your own risk. Now, with that being said, let's dive into this ticker. Ticker symbol SSOK, Sunstock Incorporated. You guys, I'm really liking this ticker more and more. So this is definitely something I am super excited about. And let's show you guys why. So a little bit about the company. They are in the precious metal industry as far as retail sales. They will buy, sell, and distribute precious metals. Company strategy is acquiring mining assets as well as rights to purchasing mining production. And then they take these metals and sell them through retail channels, including their own branded coins. And some of their strategy includes increasing inventory of gold and silver. Now, we know that gold and silver were doing very well in the past and are still currently doing pretty good. So that's already adding value to the company. And the fact that they are increasing their inventories is a huge catalyst in its own. We're adding value here, and it's looking better for investors. Now, that being said, too, the company is now debt-free as of the end of 2020. Full conversion of preferred stock in December eliminated third-party debt. Now, I think that's huge because you will not find many OTC companies that have zero debt. Normally, you've got a ticker that is diluting due to having debt that needs to be repaid. Also, if you look, you know when a CEO is donating their own money to remove all funded debt, that they really believe in their company and that they are looking to move this company higher and take it to the next level. So the CEO, Jason Chang, loaned the company roughly $193,000. And if you want to be precise, it was $192,201. So give or take, but for the CEO to loan the company the money to pay off the funded debt to make sure the company was debt free, I mean, that's just astounding. That says a lot about a CEO and what he believes in his company and his shareholders. Now, this is all part of a company's financial restructuring plan. So having a debt-free company means you can increase the value and bring more value to your shareholders, and your shareholders can trade with confidence knowing that they are not getting dumped on by dilution. Now, let's talk about their revenue. We see that they're debt-free, so let's see if they have any revenue. So revenues for the full year ended December 31st. There was an increase of approximately 40% over the year prior, which brings it to $10.1 million. Yo, that's huge, man. How many companies during a pandemic can bring in 40% more than the previous year during a pandemic? I mean, the company's doing something right. Obviously, they're making money hand over fist. So, the CEO, our vision is to achieve vertical integration within the precious metal industry. We plan to do this by expanding our retail presence, growing our inventory, and acquiring mineral rights and assets to complement our precious metal business. We believe growth and debt-free status achieved in 2020 demonstrates our commitment to this vision and to the shareholder value. Again, as I stated, a company that looks out for their shareholders is a company that I will invest in and I will hold. They are bringing something to the table by looking out for their shareholders and going debt free to ensure that shareholders are getting the best value for their stock. And of course, being debt free allows for a better growth opportunity. It also allows for their stock price to gain momentum and hold momentum longer because there's no dilution. So we see that they're debt free. We see that they've got a ton of revenue. I mean, massive amounts of revenue. So let's take a look at what their next steps are and what they plan to do in the future. And that's expanding. So Sunstock plans to expand its retail presence to the East Coast. Sunstock will continue to operate Mom's Silver Shop in Sacramento, build its inventory of precious metals, and advance on its broadened expansion plans to grow revenues by selling wholesale to other retailers. So now they're bringing in another line of income by wholesaling their inventory to, of course, other retailers so they can mark it up and make their money, of course. But now they're not being dependent on customers coming in, purchasing it from their store. They can now sell through their inventory straight to other retailers. So again, they are making money. They are expanding. One thing I do want to say too is that they are also accepting Bitcoin as payment, and they are also going to be accepting Ethereum. So in my opinion, their growth and income of revenue is going to exponentially grow this year. I'm expecting to get financials, quarterly financials, I believe, are due in June, July. I would expect to see a huge increase in revenue based on accepting crypto payments. So let's take a look at another plan they have going, which is uplisting. So OTC, you can uplist to other tiers, and one of them is OTCQB, which is pretty much the middle tier. There are criteria as for anything when you uplist. One of the criteria is just to go over is price. The price of the ticker has to trade at 0.01 or above for, I believe, it's a minimum of 30 days. So Sunstock plans to uplist. They have already engaged in legal counsel to lead the uplisting process, and they believe they meet all the requirements now in order to complete this uplisting. Upon uplisting, Sunstock has continued to build up their inventory and company value with recent purchase of 100,000 ounces of silver for the new location and increased gold by 4 ounces. So they said they were going to be increasing their inventory, and they ended up purchasing 100,000 ounces of silver. And they're also taking 4,500 ounces over to the East Coast to the new store, along with roughly 4 to 5 ounces of gold to start with as they expand. Now, remember, their $10.1 million was based on one retail location. Now they're expanding into the East Coast. They're expanding into wholesale. Amazing. This ticker just gets better and better the more we dive into it. So let's take a look at the chart. Please remember, when trending a chart, it is a personal preference. People see things differently than others. So, but in the end game, it's all the same. We want the stock to go up, and that's what we're going to take a look at now. So here you're going to see a couple of lines. You're going to have a resistance line of red, and you're going to have support of green. Now, this is going to be a descending triangle. This can be looked at as both ways, bullish or bearish. It is known as a possible reversal pattern. And what would happen is if it breaks above this red line tomorrow or this week, we could see a potential breakout and we can start hitting some other resistance levels. So some of those resistance levels are, again, I'm not picking every resistance. I'm picking the ones that notably stand out the most. And the first one would be 0024. We break out of that wedge, which is roughly around the 0024. If we can break past that, we can run up to 3132 and so on up to 004. We get past the 004 mark, we can easily start testing highs. Again, there's no guarantee where the ticker goes, but we know that it will go up. So with that being said, again, ticker symbol SSOK, I'm very bullish on. The chart is primed for a big run. The news that we have on that is big in itself. So I expect to see this thing to move this week, maybe next week. And in closing, if you did find this video helpful and you would like to subscribe, please click that subscribe button down below and be sure to follow the ESP Twitter, which the link will be located in the description below. Also, please feel free to leave any comments as we do check and read all comments and comment back as needed. And as always, I thank you for watching this video and happy trading.